It is Wednesday, March 13th, 2024. And here we are with the morning blessing. Stop rushing, deliberately go slower. What good morning, Sissy. I have been rushing. I didn't get a chance to say good morning to you. But you know how much I love you. So, and care for you and your family. So, sorry, but good morning, and how are you feeling today? Today, we are doing our morning blessings, and it's Wednesday, the 13th, eh? Can you believe that the month has gone so fast? It's already, and it's 8 o'clock. Welcome to the amazing morning blessing. Oh, she added amazing. Oh, we're going to pin it. That is amazing. Thank you so much, Stace. I know, but you know, anyway, it's you are here. Let's get you the morning blessing. You are the one here. Those that come will get what they're supposed to get. The morning blessing, the 13th of March, 2024. Do not rush. Go deliberately slower. Things will always come together for your greater good. That is something we have to know. That is something for sure we have to realize. We must do. I wonder if my volume is up. It seems as if it's not up. No, it's not up. Okay, sorry about that, Stace. Yes, good morning, Angelina. How are you? Checking on the volume. My hand right across it. Great video, Tessa-Marie. But you know what, guys? Good morning to the morning blessing. It is the 13th of March, 2024, and two wonderful, amazing, beautiful, stunning ladies are here. Do not rush. Go deliberately slower. Things will all come together for your greater good. You have to remember that. Accept my sympathy, Stace. Please remember, plans that are put together with love, with joy, with determination, with flourish, they will come, they will manifest. So plans that you put together, and when you put it together, you put it with love, joy, and with determination will flourish. They must flourish. Remember that. Because if you put your plans together, and your plan is a plan of love and joy, and you are determined to succeed in that plan, it will flourish. Remember, it must manifest. It only stops manifesting, of course, if you do not do it properly. If your plan, it doesn't matter what plan that you put together, but when you put 1 cup of love with another cup of joy, with 1 scoop of determination, you haven't got any other choice but to flourish. It will happen. On the other hand, you have to realize, though, that if you're doing your plans and you're putting a lot of negativity in there, that too will flourish for you. So you cannot have a plan of love and joy and determination for yourself, and you're creating havoc with the lives of others. Good morning, Yuko. How are you feeling today? Once you do that, you will notice that your plans are going to be going haywire. You must always have a plan that comes with love, joy, with determination. And that plan will flourish and they will manifest. Whatever it is you're seeking will manifest. But on the other hand, you cannot be happy to have this amazing plan for yourself and you're planning wicked, nasty things for others. That one will supersede yours because it is so strong. That emotion of negativity and anger and all of that is so strong that it will be in your mind all the time. It will always be in your mind. And that is something you have to take care of and watch, because that is how these things manifest. Manifestation is something that does not happen fast, but it has to happen if you are determined. See your plans as a journey. Make sure you see your plans as a journey. You are on a journey to take this plan through. That is your job. When you make a plan, see it as a journey. That you are on a journey to make sure that this plan goes through. On a journey, there are many times it becomes harsh, rough. Then uncertainty sets in. I wonder, and then you go, I wonder why. The doubt, the fear, they come out, they begin to come at you. They just come. So see your plans as a journey. You are on a journey to take this plan through, on a journey that there are many times it begins with harsh things, rough things, then uncertainty. And fear sets in. Fear comes in. They come at the beginning. If you push through, they will let go. So although when you start something new and you have something to work on, when you first begin, it is going to maybe be harsh, it's difficult, it's staring you in the face, it's rough, you're uncertain. And then you say, I wonder if I should have done that. You have those questions. Then the doubt comes in, the fear. They come at the beginning. If you push through, they will let go. If you, hi Nancy, good morning. So do not rush. Go deliberately slower, because things will come together for you for your greater good. Remember that. See your plans as a journey. You're on a journey to take this plan through, on a journey that at times it becomes harsh, rough, then uncertainty sets in, and you say, I wonder if that is the right thing. Then doubt, the fear they come in. They come at the beginning. And when they come at the beginning, if you push through, you will get through to it. They will move, they will let go. They are there for a season, not forever. The thing is, we are there for it all. We do not go. All of those things that makes our journey difficult and challenging, they're there for a season, not forever. We can stay on it, we can push through it, because we are solid. We are there for forever. So when it is so harsh, it is so bad, it is so demanding, especially on a new journey. Sometimes it's a change. You want to do something. Like I was talking to somebody who said they went vegan. They went vegan and they feel amazing. They lost weight and they're ready and they wanted to do that and they're feeling better. They have more clarity. They notice it. Good morning, Lisa. But she said it was so difficult being on that journey of going vegan. And when she spoke to me, I said, you have to go slow. So do not rush. Go deliberately, slower. Things will come together for your greater good. Because this is what is important. When you're on a journey, when you start a new thing, as I said, you are on a journey to take this plan through, a journey. And on that journey, there are times it becomes rough, harsh, then uncertainty sets in, and you go, I wonder. The doubt, the fear, they come at the beginning. If you push through, you will move them out of the way. They will let go. They are there for a season, not forever. The thing is, we are there for it all. We are there forever. And if we stay on it, we can push through it. This is what really, truly happens. But suddenly, they stop being. When this happens, this is when we should push even harder. We should push through harder. So you have all these things that are happening in your life. And none of it you decided you wanted it. But sometimes our fear, our doubt, our questioning, our not believing in ourselves, that affects us. So we need to push through, knowing, good morning, Peter, that all those fears, this uncertainty, the harshness, all of these things that are on the journey, that they're only there for a season. The doubt, the question you ask yourself, I wonder, should I have done that? All of that, all these doubts, should I have spent all that money? All these doubts are going to be there. They are going to be there, but only for a season. Because it's not their reason. You are there for a reason. You have something to do. Good morning, somebody, being tall. Love being tall. That reminds me of my childhood. So they're there for a season, not forever. And you have to push through. You have to say to yourself, I know if I continue, I will get through it. We can stay on it because we are there for it. We created it. We know it. Then suddenly, all of those challenges, they disappear. They stop being. They stop being. You notice that? When this happens, this is when we should push through even harder. You see, I have to break to explain that before I read over what I've written. When we work on something and success comes, it's not the time to sit back on your laurels and just say, I'm done it. So I'm going to take it and put the analogy towards retirement. The minute some of us retire, we stop being, we stop pushing through, we just decide, oh, retirement. But we did things. We stimulated our senses before retirement. We thought of ways to do things, to save money, to buy homes. We had a mission. Our body was moving. Our brain was moving. We had to get up, whether we wanted it or not. We look at a big snowstorm. Those of us who live where it's cold and snowy and icy and ice storm. But we have to push through. We need that paycheck. We need that ability to. We have to. It's a challenge. We get to work, and there are people at work that we do not get along with, circumstances we cannot control. Many times when my staff would say to me, you know what, that customer, I said, listen to me. I much prefer to have 10 horrible customers. Every hour, give me a horrible customer. Because at the end of all of that interaction, they too have to go. They must go home. They might not come back. But what do we do with an employee that is going the same way? They're there next day, and they're there the next day. And if you are in school, if you're a teacher, that person shows up day after day. You know, and that is, but eventually all of that goes. The thing is, when we retire or we get what we desire, we stop. And it's when we stop that we are not going to see what is happening. Because in stopping, pushing through, and continually finding a new project to do keeps you stimulated, getting involved in community, if it's retirement. But if you have pushed through and be challenged by debt, by weight, by emotional stuff, things you need to fix, physical body, and when you get through it, you just say, okay, this is, I can have a chocolate bar as big as yesterday. What happens is that in many cases, we say, oh God, that was challenging, and now I am free, so I'm going to stop. When we do that, we stop the miracle dead in its track. This is when we must push through using the same tools that we use to get to this point. I hope you guys are getting this, because we crave for success. We do all the things to be successful. And when we hit that button that says success, all of a sudden, because we got to that part of it, we let go. And we say, okay. And that is when failure comes back. That is when something else becomes challenging. That is when we have to look at it and say, you know what? I cannot stop now. I have to keep going. And that is why you can grow things. And as I said, that is why the miracle has to continue. When we stop, the miracle stops dead in its track. This is when we must push through, not stop, using the same tools that we use to get to this point where we are, the point of success, where you grab the golden chalice and you drink from it. And then you raise your head because you said, I was aiming for that golden chalice. I have it. I can taste the flavor of the wine. It's different because this chalice is encrusted with diamonds and it's golden. It actually changes the flavor. You sit. Yes, you must celebrate. Yes, you have to pause. But you have to say, what's next? What is next? And that is not a question you ask a successful person. That is a question you ask yourself. And you have to ask it of yourself. I was at a seminar once, and a man was given an opportunity what is his name? I forgot. Les Brown, yeah. He was given an opportunity to ask Les Brown a question. And as you know, Les Brown is one of the greatest storytellers they ever had. And the thing about it, in this man's younger years, he knew Les Brown when they were in Detroit with the music, and whoever, there was Gladys Knight, whoever he was, Les Brown was married to. So for a few seconds, he said something about that time of their life. And Les Brown said, yeah, I remember you. And then it was time for him to ask his question. And there he was with this human being that has so much to tell, that went through so many experiences that he can weave into a tale that keeps you enthralled. And the question he asked Les Brown was, what's next? What's next for who? That was his question. What's next? And Les Brown said to him, you are. And silence. You are what's next. But he didn't choose that. And I'm looking at this man and I'm thinking, God, you had an opportunity. Here you are in front of the greatest storyteller of our times when he speaks. And anybody could have gotten that opportunity. But somebody knew he knew, so they went that route. And they were so disappointed. My question, if I had ever been given that chance, was, Les Brown, I want to know, do you prepare your story when you're having a seminar or talk before, based on the topic, or do you feel the energy of the room to tell your story? That was my question. Because that is the only thing I can learn from, is to either tap into the energy of the room or prepare the story to the topic. I cannot do that one. I cannot prepare. I know for sure I am not able to prepare a story based on the topic. I have to feel the energy that I'm giving you. And it's an unforgettable Les Brown moment. I know you were there, so you can remember that. I have to feel you. I have to see you. I have to see who is here. When I see the people that are here and I'm talking, it gives me the energy. That person, they're intentionally listening. And they understand. You get a nugget, you get a pearl, or you get a black, rare pink Canadian diamond. Which one do you get? And when you get it, what do you do with it? But when you ask a person of this caliber, a storyteller like that, that moves people into doing things, and you ask what's next, you want to learn from them. He telling you where he plans to go is not going to help you, is it? But he's telling you what he does to get where he is what you're looking for. So make sure, if you are placed in a situation, to ask a great person that has tools that you desire to use, that you formulate your question before you start there. Because what next was you. Really? What do you do with that? Who in that room learned from that day? Nobody. All I learned, really and truly, never ask a stupid question. Be prepared. The 5 P's. Proper preparation prevents poor performance. So that's what it is. When you come to that thing, you see you've reached the top. You have to continue. And if you do not know what to say, and if you do not know what to do, ask. Ask of yourself, what should I do next? What is it I can do? Because otherwise, if you stop, the miracle will stop dead in its track. This is when you have to push through, not when you have to stop and let go of that miracle. A miracle never stops. If it does, then we became lackadaisical. Our miracle stops because we stop functioning. I'll just drink from that chalice. But if we believe that there is another level up there, the one thing we can see is the golden ring. They used to say the brass ring, never mind. It's a golden ring. And we need to grasp that ring and pull ourselves up to see what lies on the other side of that ring. On the other side, what is holding that ring? Should we aim for that? Is it the hook we need? And that is why we must do that. There are journeys where it runs smoothly. So listen to that. We have journeys where everything runs smoothly. We lose focus on our purpose and our whys. Because the journey was pleasant, we got caught up in the pleasant and left our purpose behind. Our why no longer matters. We pumped our chest and say, I am it. I did it. I made it. We lose track of the taste of the journey. It suddenly becomes sour. I thought perhaps because I had such a smooth ride, I would experience joy. So because suddenly there are two journeys, right? We had the one that started rough, but we also have those journeys that started amazing. They stand up and they bloom, their flower open, and then all of a sudden they forgot why. Why did you do that? What is your purpose for being here? That is when they say power goes to the head. You know, all of you have met that person who was an office worker, become the manager, and started just ponging those beneath them. It's almost like they're using a stick to break them into shape. Then you have those that forgot who they were when they started the journey, and now they're here. They cannot sustain to even look there. They're too precious to stop. And then they still, although that has happened, good morning, Amma, although that has happened for them, they still cannot find joy. Why? Because they forgot their purpose. They forgot their why. So we have to watch our journey. That is why I said stop rushing. Go deliberately slower. And that purpose is to enjoy the taste of the journey. Every journey has a taste. We talk about the journey that starts harsh and rough and everything is just falling apart in this journey. And of course, it's pulling at you. Good morning, Kia. How are you? Long time no see. How are you feeling, guys? And all of a sudden, we are on this journey, and it starts harsh. It is rough, and it's just daylight saving you an hour earlier here. Yeah, I know. That's true, eh? So the journey is harsh at the beginning. It is tough. All the nasty things are happening. And there you are. You're looking at it and say, I wonder if I should have done it. I know I maybe shouldn't have done it. Doubt comes in. Then the fear, they begin to come in. But if we hold on and we push through, they let go because they're only there for a season. They're only there to see how strong you are. They're only there to test your resilience. They're only there to test your determination, your focus, your persistency. They are there for a purpose. But if you push through, they will go. They know that they have to let go because you are holding on. They are there for a season and you are there for the whole damn journey. And you have to hold on. Then, of course, there are those when you see they move and you clear. Do not stop. Find out what it is you can do to move, to knock. You know you have the golden chalice. The wine tastes better. But above your head is dangling a brass ring, a golden ring. And you have a choice. You can sit on that pedestal that you came to and sit there and drink from that glass. Or you can say, I have to continue. And that is the best thing. But there are two parts to journeys. There are people who have a journey that is smooth in the beginning. They open their mouth and golden nuggets fall out there. On top of the world, they reach the top. And then they get to everything, and there is no joy. Because when they got to the top, they forgot why. Why did I do this? What was my purpose? Your why and your purpose, they're the same. My purpose for doing this is that. My boss once said to me, do you see these pictures here, Tessa-Marie? That's why I am here. And he pointed to the pictures of his children. That's why I'm here. So that was his purpose. So he knew what he desired. So when we had things that were crippling us, holding us back, that is what propelled him to move, to take patience, to go slower, to listen to this staff member that was just causing havoc, that customer that came in today to tell us where to go and give us all the instructions on how to get there. And that is what happens. So, but you need to remember, when your journey is smooth, that is when You have to just keep going through it, making sure you go slower. Enjoy the journey, enjoy the taste, the rough parts. When you have another journey that woke up rough, do not say so and so everything they touch turns to gold. Stay in your lane and see what you can take from your harsh, rough journey. Because when you have these lessons, you will need it later. They will fall apart. They too will crash. This particular journey, when it gets sour, that sweet one, people are shocked. I never thought this would happen to me. But you lost your focus. You lost your why. You became the success. Instead of the success becoming you, you became the success. And you forgot what you saw. How do they say it again? Be careful on whose shoulders you press to go up, because or head you crush on your way up, because you will need the shoulder on your way down. And that is what we have to remember, because that is just how life is. Because the journey was pleasant, we got caught up in the pleasant and left our purpose behind. Our why no longer mattered. We pumped our chest and say, I am it. I made it. We lose track of the taste of the journey. It suddenly becomes sour. I thought because I had such a smooth ride, I would be experiencing joy. This is what happens. Good morning, Azim. Surprise. You now have no joy. You're so surprised. No joy. I thought that would give me joy. I thought the minute I lost 20 pounds, I would be the most joyous person in life. But why? What was your purpose? Was your purpose in losing that 20 pounds to make sure your heart could pump the blood that was going through your body? Or your knees could sustain the weight? Why? That's what you celebrate. And that you make that your success, your joy. And that's why we have to stop rushing and go deliberately slower so we can taste the journey. Because when we taste those journeys, that is when we have success. That is when the miracles happen. Joy, you say to yourself, I thought joy was tangible, that I could hold it and I could grab it. But you know what? Joy is inside of us. Joy is deep. And one of the things we have to do is to go dig it. We have to use an axe, a pickaxe, a shovel. We have to dig it. Any of these actions requires work on our part. Any action requires work on our part. What are you willing to put into this thing to find your joy? And you have to be clear. And you have to stop rushing and deliberately go slower so you can enjoy the taste of the journey. And even when the taste is sour, when you get to the joy, you're going to sit on the bank of the slow running river and you're going to say, wow, what a ride. What a ride. And that is where joy will come in and say, I told you to slow down and go deliberately slower. Stop rushing it. They have a West Indian saying that when you rush the brush, you get dabbed. Painting the wall, if you're rushing to paint, you're going to get dabbed with the paint. So sometimes we need to just stop. But the most important thing is to know what taste, the taste of the journey. That journey called life, it really has different flavors. But it's when we are in it, the harsh ones, we think they're going to last forever. They don't. They only do if you let go. If you give them the miracle. If you say, you can take my miracle. That is what it is. Joy, joy, you have to dig to find joy. I once did a seminar on finance, and it was at a non-profit. And there was people that were new immigrants and some people who were going through financial difficulty. And this man was a new immigrant, and he said how much he hated Canada because he thought he should, when he came here, that it would have been so much easier than where he was before, where he left. And he was so disappointed. And I'm a flag-waving Canadian. So when the way he spoke, I turned back and I looked at him And I said, oh, wow. He said, yes, they showed me videos of how easy it is to be successful in Canada. I said, who did that? He said, the immigration person that told that, not, I said, Canada immigration? He said, no. He said, some man that was going to help me to get here. I said, oh, okay. And then he said, the way they spoke, you would think the streets of Toronto were paved with gold. And that's what I needed, something like that. And as soon as he said it, I grabbed it and I said, really? I said, and what did they give you besides that? He didn't understand. He folded his arm across his chest. And I said, you know, body language, open your arms. I need to give you a little bit of advice and you will get gold, because we do have gold on the streets of Toronto. So open. So he did that. And I said, yeah. He said, like that? I said, yeah, just like that. I went to the board, took a piece of chalk, and I drew a pickaxe. You know what a pickaxe is? And I said to him, the thing you're missing is this. You should have left your country with one of those in your back pocket. And the whole class went cold silence. And he said, I said, yeah, you need one of those to dig to find the gold in Toronto. You're persistent. Your pickaxe is consistency. Your pickaxe is determination. Your pickaxe is to be prepared. Your pickaxe is to do the work to get the success that you crave. And that is what a pickaxe is. It has a pointed end and a wooden, and the other end is blunt. And you need to swing that like hell, day in, day out, minute by minute, if you're looking for gold. And that's how you will find it. And I don't know what happened after that, but after the class, he came to me and he told me, thank you. And I go, thank you for what? He said, thank you for making me realize that I have to do some work. I said, yeah, it's not going to come. So we all have to understand, if we're looking for something, we need to stop rushing, take our time. Like my mom used to say to my dad, you ever have a husband and he's looking for something and you say, it's right there, just go get it, it should be over there. And he would come back, Dorothy, I cannot find it. And my mother would say, okay, go back, and when you get there, open your eye. And I thought, and he would go, and he would come back, and maybe he would find it, or he would just give up. But this is what it is. When we rush, we cannot see what we must see. What we have to do for sure is get that bloody pickaxe out, show up, and hit the concrete, hit the pavement. You early bird catches the worm. You're looking for something, get up early to go when the world is quiet to find it. This is how we do it. Stop rushing and go deliberately slower so that you can find what you're looking for. Because if you're just galloping through life and taking gulps and gulps, you always have to spit out more and you lose your concentration. And you have to believe when the going is that tough. They say the tough have to get going. You have to push through. When we stop, our miracles stop. We are the person pushing the miracle. We have the axe in our hand and we can decide how much we can push. And I always tell you guys, the Shawshank Redemption, all he had was a spoon. But he knew if he kept pushing and scraping that stone with that spoon, that one day, he would need all of Marilyn Monroe to cover the hole for his escape. And even then, guys, it wasn't easy. He had to go slow. He could not have too much dust from digging in the cell because he had to have just enough to fit in the cuff of his pants. So when he got into the yard for exercise, he could shake his pants and get rid of that dust. So he could add more. He had to go slower. So he had to stop rushing. He had to do it slow. And even when he found himself in the sewer, choice. Swim through the shit or let the shit take you. Have a wonderful day. Anyway, I am happy and grateful that we have special people today. Always special. Kia, Nancy, Stacy, Yuko, and Lisa. Thank you for coming, wonderful people, and hang in. When you come and you get something special, if you do not need it, pass it on, because there's always somebody that is going too fast and keep hurting themselves and not seeing that, hey, if I just slow down, maybe, just maybe, I will get the taste of the journey. This was worth staying up for. Thank you, Kia. Thank you, Tess. What a wonderful morning blessing. I like what Yuko said. Very encouraging advice for the man. Rushing takes the focus away. It does. So thank you so much, wonderful people, for dropping by today. And see you tomorrow. Have a great day. Another wonderful day to be alive. So look to see what it is that reminds you that, hey, I'm okay. Hey, it's all right. I'll make it. Love you. Bye-bye.